Welcome to part 7, adding annotations. So an annotation is just text on a plot. We're going to use these annotations to create individual titles for each subplot. Now you might be wondering if there's already a command that allows us to automatically create titles for each subplot, and you would be correct because there is this subplot titles parameter that exists in the make subplots function. The issue is that it doesn't allow for customization. So for us, we're going to create these titles, these customized titles, using annotations which allow us a high amount of customization. All right, so how do we create annotations? There's two ways. You can either use the add annotation method or actually within update layout. So we're going to choose the latter, the update layout method, which we've already been using. So the way it works is that we're going to, within here, set the annotations parameter to a list of dictionaries. So each item in the list is an individual annotation. And there's many, many different parameters for each annotation. But we're going to just set just a couple of them here, the Y value, like where it is on the plot, and then the actual text for the annotation. So one will be deaths, one will be cases. So the top graph is deaths, the bottom graph is cases. But you might be wondering why these angle brackets over here with B and slash and then B. So this is some HTML for something that you would like to be bold. And this is a way to make the text bold in Plotly. So this will not show up, this angle brackets B. This is just an HTML element tag. And then the content of the tag is the actual text that you will see. So you notice there's no X value over here, and it'll show up later down here in this annotation props. Now, other properties are also set over here, like the margin, top, left, right, and bottom. This is in pixels. The legend will be moved to be between the plots. So there's all these legend parameters that are set. Now the annotation, so the other parameters for the annotations will be set with this update annotations method, and this method controls or sets parameters for all the annotations in the figure. So this is a way to put all the common parameters. So instead of writing these out for every single annotation you have over here, we can set the common ones using this update annotations. So here, both of these annotations will have an X value of 0.1. The XREF and YREF will be paper. That means what do these correspond to, or these correspond to the data? Is 0.95 like 0.95 cases? No, we're going to say it's a paper coordinate. So there's two types of coordinates in Plotly. There's like a paper coordinate and then just the data coordinates. So the paper coordinates are just 0 to 1 in the X direction and 0 to 1 in the Y direction. So they're just the fraction of the way along the X axis, or the the total of the X or the total of the Y. So 0.95 is very close to the top. 0.3 is, closer to the bottom, and X is closer to the left-hand side of X value of 0.1. Yeah, so you can anchor the, on the left. The X anchor can be in the left, middle, or, right, depending on the text. Like, where does the text start? Is it on right at D? Is it in the middle? Is it at the S? That's how you anchor text. We don't want an arrow, and we're going to set the font to a particular size. All right, so let's go ahead and run this. Our figure was already created above, so this is just going to change the properties of that figure. So we already have created the figure, and the code was in the last video. So here's what our new, our new plots look like. So it looks a lot cleaner. We have these titles now for each plot, these subplot titles. These are the ones that we customize. These are the annotations, deaths and cases, and now we've moved the legend from all the way on the right to underneath the plots. So that updates our subplots and adds some titles using annotations.